I don't know that a trade war is going on. I think a serious dispute has been joined. The Americans have taken certain unilateral moves, and the Chinese have responded, as they have to do, but they've responded in a cautious and very carefully considered way. They do not want to escalate. They do have to protect their position. They hope that some way can be found out of this. I do not know what is happening behind the scenes. I hope that there will be contacts and engagement and a way in which some accommodation can be worked out. Some of the factors are the unilateral moves which countries have to take for their own overriding policy and strategic reasons. For example, the statement which President Xi Jinping made in Boao in his speech, enunciating the direction of China's strategy, the irreversible commitment to further opening up and liberalization, and also specific liberalization moves in automobiles, in intellectual property, in imports, in treatment of investments. These are, at the same time, they are things done for China's own reasons. At the same time, they are signals to the world, this is what I'm trying to do. And I think that these are helpful. I hope that it will be possible, even at this late stage, to head off a full-blown trade war. The consequence is not so much the amounts of the tariffs which are imposed, which in the scheme of things are not huge, but the damage to the multilateral trading system, to confidence in the multilateral trading system, which all countries depend on, and also the damage to the non-economic parts of the relationship between America and China. The trust, the mutual willingness to cooperate, which you must have if you're dealing with North Korea. You must be able to talk to one another and not have this quarrel somewhere not very far from the front of your minds. If you're dealing with climate change, you have to be able to talk to one another. If you're dealing with extremist terrorism, and you want to, intelligence agencies want to share information or have to deal with a live situation because some attack is being planned and you need to respond in real time, you must have that confidence and that political level working in good order. So these are all very big potential negatives from a trade war. Your second half of your question, whether some of China's manufacturing will go to Southeast Asia. I think it will go to Southeast Asia anyway because China is upgrading. You're transforming the economy. Your wages are rising. What you used to do before may or may not make sense for you to do anymore. So, for example, countries like Bangladesh are doing textiles, which China, I think, is no longer competitive or interested in doing. Countries like Vietnam are doing electronics things, some components, which in China may not be worth doing anymore. So that will happen, and that is to be encouraged. But I think if there's a big trade dispute between China and America, all that will be a few consolation crumbs. It will not make good the loss to all of us.